Hello and welcome to the June 13th episode of This Week in Kirkland, the official podcast of the City of Kirkland, bringing you timely topics and noteworthy news delivered to you every single week. I'm your host, Jim Lopez, one of two deputy city managers here at the city, joined today, as always, by two members of our podcast team.
Kate Ryan.
And David Wolbrecht.
As well as our very special guest, Tiffany Trombley.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, we're so happy to have you back.
Welcome back.
So we're very excited to hear all about the newest Kirkland Cadets program.
Yeah.
But before we do, here are the topics we're covering this week.
A few announcements including public beach closures, new park rangers, National Arborist Day, upcoming holiday closure, and Pet Preparedness Month.
Yeah,
We've also got City Council meeting preview, honoring some fire department milestones, an update from a Kirkland Youth Transit Ambassador, and upcoming 85th Street I-405 traffic alerts.
Yeah, so stay tuned for those. And a reminder that we always have links and more information in the show notes on all of our show items.
That's right.
But first, our big story of the week, everyone. The Lake Street and Kirkland Avenue intersection is again open to vehicles.
Yay, we
That's
made
right.
it.
We did it.
So, of course, this has been a major pain for the Kirkland community all around. So, but the intersection was closed to vehicles since April 1st. But contractors have successfully replaced the failed stormwater system there. So, big milestone on this big project.
Yep, and they've also laid the groundwork for other major intersection improvements coming to the traffic signals, the way we cross there. It's going to be exciting.
Awesome.
We know this took some time, but we thank you for your patience,
Yes.
and it's going to be a great
Yes.
intersection.
Thanks, everybody, for your patience. So this is a big part of the 4th of July parade, too. Like, where isn't that?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like right there.
Right there at the beginning of the parade.
So the parade can happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you
Celebrate
go.
Kirkland Parade. We're going to talk about that in the future, but I'm just because I was down there this morning and just kind of imagining what all the fanfare is going to be like. Okay. So Juanita Beach reopens for water activities, which is a great thing. But unfortunately, Waverly Beach, not so much.
Boo.
By recommendation of King County Public Health, Juanita Beach is safe to swim in, but Waverly Beach is not due to elevated levels of bacteria.
So King County Public Health is recommending that people and pets stay out of the water at Waverly Beach Park for at least 1 week, but the rest of Waverly Beach Park remains open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Including that big boardwalk. You can get out
it's
on the water, just
Yeah.
don't get in.
Yes.
Yeah, and
there
stay
you go.
tuned for updates on that because that information's always changing.
Yes.
So the next meeting of the Kirkland City Council is on Tuesday, June 18th. Now, here's what's on the agenda. On the business agenda, Council will review and potentially adopt the mid-year budget adjustments.
And prior to the business agenda, on the study session, Council will discuss the Marina Park dock and shoreline design updates.
As well as various updates to City Council operations. And a reminder that City Council meetings are streamed live on the city's YouTube channel, Facebook page, and on the city website.
So when you're enjoying Kirkland's amazing parks this summer, you might notice some new friendly faces.
Yeah, that's right.
Kinda cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
so cool. So
Yeah.
our Parks Department is bringing in some new seasonal park rangers, Daniel, Dane, and Rory.
Daniel, Dane,
and Rory.
and Rory.
There you go. They'll be joining our full-time park ranger, Betty. And unlike in the Forest Service, our park rangers aren't cleaning trails. Instead, they're providing customer service to park visitors to ensure safe, welcoming, and positive experiences for all.
Yes.
And please give them a friendly hello when you see them.
Yes. So do you have a go kit in case of an emergency?
On my should list,
Yeah.
Jim.
Yep.
But,
Well, for Pet Preparedness Month,
Okay.
we have some tips for you because pets should be part of your
preparedness, go kit.
preparedness go kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in an emergency, the goal with your pets is to keep them healthy, safe, and feeling as secure as possible under a stressful situation.
Yep, you want to make sure to pack the essentials like enough food and water for at least 3 days and any needed medications.
Absolutely.
And don't forget to license your pet.
That's right.
Right, Tiffany? Come on.
right.
You got to license your
Your
pet.
pet.
It's the best way to be reunited with them if you are ever separated.
Absolutely.
Don't
That's a
forget.
good tip.
License that pet. Okay, so not only is this Sunday Father's Day,
You're
but
welcome,
it's also,
everybody.
Yes,
You're welcome for the reminder.
Yes. But it's also National Arborist Day.
Hey.
Did you know that?
I did not.
Well, you do now.
Well, there you go. So if you have a father figure in your life who also loves trees, hey.
It's a win-win Sunday.
I'm sure there's like a specific
Yes.
card that you
There
can
you go.
get for them for that. So thank you to all the dedicated people watching our over 30,000
30,000.
and more
30,000.
trees throughout Kirkland. So all of our residents who are taking care of our trees, as well as all of our city staff.
That's a lot.
A lot of trees.
For information on public tree removal and pruning requests, well, those start with the Planning and Building Department. And for public tree emergencies, you can contact Public Works. All that information will be in the show notes.
Yes.
And also, we have our online interactive tree guide. So if you ever have any questions about tree removal,
that's
check
really
it out.
Great.
Yeah, Katie
check
Hogan was
that
on the
out.
other day. Yep.
Yeah, that's really good stuff. So the Kirkland Fire Department recently held their promotion and retirement ceremony. And congrats are in order from many of our crew members. Really great job, everyone.
Yeah, so congrats to Ryan Stevie, Doug Tomchek, Corey Kalk, and Josh Pratt for their promotions.
Yeah, they've been promoted.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a few awards for 2023. Well, Firefighter of the Year went to Stephen McCauley.
Wow, congratulations, Stephen.
Yes. Fire Officer of the Year went to Brent Anderson. Community Service Award went to Martin Paul, and special presentation to Annika Davis.
Wow,
Hey, all right.
super. Congratulations, Brent, Martin, and Annika. Yeah.
And a big congratulations and thank you for your service to Brian Ferguson, Stephen Brownlee, and Randy Scott, who was on the podcast.
Yeah,
as
Randy
well
was
as
on the podcast.
Yeah, Brian Vadney on their retirements.
Yeah, congratulations,
Yes.
Brian, Stephen,
Yes.
Randy, and Brian for
Yes.
all of your great work here at the City of Kirkland.
Absolutely.
So thank you all for coming to our annual Pride event. We had a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh, it was great. Great event.
Yeah,
Yep.
last Friday, the city held a celebration at the Marina Park Pavilion, and it was such a fun time.
Yeah.
There were...
Arts and crafts, community resources, a photo booth, live music and entertainment, and even a dance
Some
off.
of us may have participated in that dance-off.
Can you confirm
yeah.
or deny, Jim?
I can kind of confirm that I didn't win it.
Oh, hey.
It was impressive,
And
though.
At least you participated.
It wasn't even close.
Oh.
But
I don't know,
okay.
Jim. I don't know.
You got to give an award for effort.
Hey.
I mean, I'll take that.
There
Yes.
it is.
I'll take
There
the
you
effort
go.
award.
Well, thanks for our community for coming out and having a great time in support of such a
Yes,
great cause.
great cause.
Yeah, yep.
It was really a fun event. Okay, so one of our Kirkland Youth Transit Ambassadors, Eva Salmon, counted every single car, bike, and bus that arrived to Juanita High School
Yeah.
for 2 school days and made some interesting observations. This is actually really interesting.
It is.
You got to tell us. What were the numbers?
Yeah. So she found that 1,700 people make their way to Juanita High School every day, and that 1,345 of those people typically arrive
Wow.
by car.
That's a lot.
That
It
is
is a
a
lot.
that is a healthy majority.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it adds up to over 4,000 pounds of CO2 estimated to be emitted daily by that traffic. And did you know 50% of Kirkland's total greenhouse gas emissions comes from vehicles?
Yeah, we're kind of an auto-dependent state.
Yeah. And so, thanks for kind of doing that observational work, Eva. And this is really just to raise awareness and to help reduce our emissions across the city, and for us to take transit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always a good idea to consider multimodal options
There you go.
in your transit plans. Okay, so looking ahead next week, city administrative offices are closed Wednesday, June 19th. And this is, of course, in observance of Juneteenth.
Yep. So city services normally accessible through email and over the phone will resume 8 a.m. on Thursday, June 20th.
And then, of course, fire, police, and other critical services will remain fully operational.
We have some upcoming traffic changes. No surprise. We have a lot of these. And this is for the I-405 interchange at Northeast 85th Street. So please use caution and expect delays in this area.
Yep, that's right. And this weekend, the westbound right lane and right turn lane onto the freeway, that'll be closed Friday, June 14th through Monday morning, June
Yes,
17th.
June 17th.
Note, though, that I-405 northbound will still be accessible through a temporary turn lane, although they do have a detour for larger trucks.
Okay. So big reminder, WashDOT, so Washington State Department of Transportation, who is running this project, they're holding a virtual project meeting on June 18th for those interested to learn more about what's coming
Yeah,
up.
so take note of that date, June 18th.
Yeah,
And,
and-
it's also going to be recorded, right, David?
It is, yeah, and posted to WashDOT's website.
Yeah, so you can follow up if you can't make it, but please take note of that date. It's good to stay updated right from WashDOT.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. And that brings us to our 5 over 5. That's 5 questions in what is certain to be over 5 minutes. With our special guest, welcome Tiffany Trombley, Neighborhood Resource Officer of our amazing Kirkland Police Department.
Yay.
Welcome.
Thank you
We're
for
very
having
excited
me.
to have you back. And now you're here talking about the Kirkland Cadets.
I sure am. Yes.
So curious to hear
And we're
about
going to hear all
this.
about the
Yeah.
Kirkland
Yeah.
Cadets and
Okay.
maybe a little bit about the Great British Baking Show.
On
Potentially.
hiatus, though, right? It's
Yeah.
summertime.
I
Oh, it's on
know.
hiatus.
Yeah, we got to transition our pop culture references to barbecues.
Oh,
Yes.
barbecues.
I
Okay,
think, right?
so
Okay.
That's right.
thank you for that update.
Yes.
So before we get into all that goodness, could you remind us what a neighborhood resource officer does?
I would love to. So, in my position here with the city, I get to be the liaison between the police department and the community.
Nice. Nice.
Favorite thing.
Yeah.
So, you're kind of like a diplomat. I'm kind of like a diplomat. We're kind of in the same
Yeah.
thread of public service, you and I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great line of work.
It's a great line of work.
Well,
Yeah.
and you're really fantastic at
And
it.
you're
Tiffany.
fantastic.
Aw,
at it.
you guys are sweet. Thank you.
Well, we just speak the
They're
truth.
not being paid. by the way.
We just speak the truth. So before we get into all that, the cadets and everything, what are you doing for fun these days?
Oh gosh. So I love
Yeah.
that you brought up the Great British Baking Show.
Yeah.
But summertime means oven on
Oven
equals
on.
hot,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I kind of just put that on the back burner for, as we come back into fall
Yep.
and using the things that aren't going to heat it up. So
Well, that
I'm
makes sense.
barbecuing, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to some peach bourbon meatballs. Can I say bourbon?
Wow.
Can I
You
brag
can.
about
Wait a
bourbon?
minute.
Okay.
When,
Sorry.
when are you bringing? Let's just cut to the chase. When are you bringing the peach bourbon meatballs
gosh,
to the
yeah.
This Week in Kirkland podcast team?
Ooh. So it'll be after hours with safe driving, just
Yes,
in case
that's
we
right,
use
that's
any
right,
real
that's right.
ingredients into that recipe,
Yeah,
right?
Usually alcohol burns off on these
Yeah.
things, is my understanding, and the flavor remains.
Now, is this something that you have done in the past, or is this a
No,
new
new recipe.
Ooh,
We got to try
nice.
new things during the
Yeah.
summer.
I
There you
love
go.
that.
Yes. Yeah. I encourage everybody to
Yeah.
try something new.
So you got some fun barbecues coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sounds super fun. And if it goes well, or even if it doesn't, maybe bring a few meatballs.
Oh,
in.
hands down.
Yeah,
I got it.
yeah,
Monday
we'd
morning.
love to have that. So, Tiffany, you're here to talk about the Kirkland Cadets. Tell us about the Kirkland Cadets.
So we have had a youth program before in the past, and so we are re-upping that. It kind of went away during COVID, and
Was that the Explorer program?
It was. It was the Explore
Great
program. So formerly known as Explore program, our new youth program is going to be called the Public Safety Cadets.
Oh, nice.
That's the
like that.
Group that we're going to be joining, and they get to do much of the same things that they got
What
to
do
do
they do?
before.
What do you
So
train them?
We will give them kind of a behind-the-scenes snippet of what it's like to have a life in law enforcement. So
Yeah.
for those that want to maybe look into that, and then we have them help us.
Yeah.
So they'll come out for special events. We will be, and I'm just going to put this out there, we're going to be doing the car show this year. So
good.
stay tuned for the information about that.
Nice.
That's an awesome fundraiser
Yeah.
that we have for our cadet program. So, they'll even help us on a crime scene.
Oh,
So
wow.
these are instrumental people that we've been missing out over the last couple years.
So they get an authentic experience of what it's like to be in the police department. Right?
Yes.
Which is wonderful at that age because you're exploring, you're discovering things that you may want to do for a career. What
Yeah.
fits your interests? And I think
Absolutely.
the more opportunities that you have to have like real life experiences, the better informed your decisions might be.
Yeah. And a big piece of it is like the public service aspect.
Yeah.
And so
Right.
I'm hoping that they get a chance to experience more, different side.
And so this is like a volunteer thing, right?
Yeah.
How do you
Okay,
get involved
awesome.
with that?
Yeah.
So we would love it if you would send us an email. There's an email. We'll have it in the show notes. And that will be reaching out to one of the neighborhood resource officers.
Awesome.
On that note, we'll have you come visit for a meeting.
Yeah.
So come check it out first. We don't want
Okay.
you to commit to something
yeah.
that you don't know you're going to love.
Ah, got it. Okay, so it's kind of a test period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of
Test
course,
period.
we'll put
Nice.
that connection in our show notes as well.
yeah,
course, yeah.
please.
So, Tiffany, what would be the expected time to put in the program?
I'm glad you asked that,
Yeah.
Jim. We would love for you to show up for every one of our scheduled meetings.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 2 times a month.
Okay.
We're going to look to put those on Thursdays from 5 to 7,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
where they're
That's not
doing the
bad.
experiences. The additional fun things that we have opportunities for would be some of those special events that will happen on the
Okay.
weekends, but scheduled
it.
ahead of time. And
And
all
when
Awesome.
would the program end? Like, when would their stay be completed?
So their stay would be completed when they age out.
Oh,
So
interesting.
when you
Ah.
turn 21,
Yeah.
you are no longer able to be in the cadet
Okay.
program. So we're looking for youth ages 14 to 20 to participate in this program. So please,
Yeah.
if you know anybody,
Awesome.
Yeah, so you
Wow.
stay
I
as
invite you
long
to
as
do that.
stay as long as you want, and
Yeah.
then can't stay longer than 21.
yeah. And there's opportunities for them to go to a camp.
Yeah.
So like a camp They call it a youth academy.
Okay. Awesome.
That type of thing.
So this is a little bit kind of like, forgive me, kind of like the Canadian Hockey League.
Tell me more, Jim. Tell me more.
Jim, everything. You can make the Canadian Hockey League a metaphor for literally anything.
There's like an age limit. You can't
there's an
age
age
out of
limit.
those leagues.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
And they go to camps.
They go,
And-
they go
and
to
it's
training.
fun.
And it's fun.
Oh, there you go.
You kind of
And
experience whether or not you're going to go to the big leagues like,
Yeah.
like
you
Tiffany.
got to.
There's
All
a
right.
service to the community.
I kind of feel like my analogy holds.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so email today if you're interested, or if you know a young person in your life that might be interested. More info in the show notes. Tiffany, are you watching anything, reading anything, listening to anything, jamming out to tunes?
Oh gosh, definitely jamming out to tunes.
Yeah.
When
What?
you want to roll down your window, you got to put on your 90s alternative.
Ooh, 90s alt. Okay, heck yeah.
Although I do, incessantly say the 80s was the great decade of
It was a
music.
great decade. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
But then when you
90s
turn on the
alternative.
90s alternative.
90s alternative.
Yeah.
So we're talking like Green Day? What do you
Yes,
like?
Of
What do you,
course,
okay,
of
nice.
course. Maybe Meredith Brooks.
Okay.
Okay.
Heck
I'm just
yeah.
saying little No Doubt.
Oh,
Ooh,
boom.
classic
Yeah.
Gwen.
Thank you. You're
Yes.
welcome for
Yeah,
that.
you're
Okay. Yes.
Tiffany, will you stick around for our pop quiz?
I would love to.
This, of course, is our multiple choice trivia. One of these answers is ready to go, while the others are just tagging along,
Oh.
which, of course, means we made them up.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Option A, cadet, can also mean youngest brother or son.
Oh. That's an
Option A.
endearing term.
Cadet can also mean youngest brother or son.
Okay.
Option B, Cub Cadet, is a junior level rank in the Explorers of America Youth Organization.
Okay.
Ooh, these are all feeling true.
Interesting.
Option B, man, this is a hard one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cub Cadet
Okay.
is a junior level rank in the Explorers of America Youth Organization. That's option B.
Okay.
Option C, when cadet is pronounced Cadet, you're in Quebec, mon ami.
Oh.
Okay.
When
Interesting. We got regional
Yeah.
dialect.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know the organization Explorers of America. It sounds fun, but I'm just gonna throw my hat in on B. Option B sounds.
Oh.
There's an appropriate level of detail that it. I'm
okay.
guessing that it might be true.
Okay.
Hey, this is just like
It's a toss-up.
it's a toss-up.
It's yep.
So the answer, my friends, is a
Although I
moment.
feel like B. David, I'm with you
Yeah,
on the
right.
B.
I mean,
Okay.
The answer is actually A.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
Shock.
Originally, cadet meant the youngest brother or son in a family.
Oh, that means I'm a cadet.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, I know. Yay. Okay. I'm a cadet
didn't know.
Wolbrecht. Yeah, I didn't know. I just got a
Well, now
rank.
you know.
Cadet.
Traditionally, the youngest sons in European noble families become military officers.
Oh, that's right. Okay. And actually, a Cub Cadet is a lawnmower.
Oh.
Yeah. And Quebec.
A riding.
Yeah.
Riding.
Okay.
And Quebec isn't unique. So Francophiles the world over pronounce the word cadet. So it's sort of a trick question because you wouldn't necessarily know you were in Quebec. You
Yeah.
could be
You
in
could be,
other
okay.
Oh,
French-speaking
that
parts of
option
the
C
world.
is sometimes tricky.
It's
Yeah,
tricky.
You gotta watch
It's
out.
tricky.
You gotta watch out.
Sometimes tricky.
Yes. And did you know the Kirkland Cadets is actually just one of many volunteer programs in the city?
True.
And in 2023, we love our volunteers.
We do.
In 2023, Kirkland had over 2,300 volunteers giving back over 17,000 hours.
Wow.
Get this, totaling well over $500,000 in volunteer hours.
Wow.
$500,000.
Yeah, worth of community benefits. That's
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
So great.
Well-
So, Tiffany, thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you so much for having me.
Don't forget to email Tiffany if you're interested in joining the Kirkland Cadets.
And that does it for this week, my friends. You've been listening to This Week in Kirkland. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Special thanks to Mike Connor and Victor Durantes for their behind-the-scenes magic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next episode is June 20th. Until then,
Stay connected, Kirkland.